Hi everyone, this is how I clean my room from someone with ADHD. So it might be hard, everything looks crazy. What worked best for me was something called the Marie Kondo method. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. Marie Kondo is a Japanese lady who loves to clean houses and find joy. So for ADHD, things can be very sentimental to us. It can be hard to let go. It can be hard to move on because we can't find the dopamine to do so, especially if we're starting and it's not finishing. So another thing I want to highlight is something highlighted by James Clear, Atomic Habits. He highlighted that incremental steps lead to a big breakthrough because it's like how an ice cube melts. You melt it, and suddenly it reaches a breaking point and it melts. You don't see any progress until that last second. And imagine if you gave up right before that last split second. And this is a system that's been working in various different contexts. So tiny incremental investments lead to sudden breakthrough because people think that success is linear like that and you're going to see results as you go. Sometimes you will, but mostly it moves in a trajectory like that. So just because you're working on a little bit today and you're not going to finish it does not mean that anything is bad, does not mean that you haven't made any progress, because suddenly, boom, you'll see it all change. One thing you need to know about cleaning your room is the why. You need to have the why. And the why is that your environment scientifically changes your brain to be happier, to heal faster. So your sleep will improve, your mental health will improve. You'll be able to focus on other things. And it's scary. Sometimes we like to build something up in our room because we just want to have that deep clean suddenly, that boom, I've got it. We want something to sort that makes us feel in control. That's another phenomena. When we're stressed about things, we like to tackle smaller goals. So if our room is too clean, we don't have anything that's telling us, I'm in control, I can clean my room. I'm in control, I'm doing tasks, I'm actually contributing to society. That's why we build it up. We need something that tells us we're in control. Like, I'll deal with this later. If I do a little bit now, it'll remind me of how behind I am. I can't see results. And losing feels 2 times as worse as winning, as bad as winning. So, let's get right into it. First thing, I would say, put things in categories. Anything that's, okay, this is how I start cleaning my room. I don't start with the trash. Trash is the most fun part, but you'll get rid of that as you go. As your room gets cleaner, you'll notice a piece of tissue, you're just gonna pick it up and throw it away. So with Marie Kondo's method, you want to first start with clothes, items of clothes. If you want to do a deep clean that's separate from just cleaning the room, I'm just gonna do a basic clean my room first. Usually you take everything out of the closet, put it down, and then see what brings you joy and what doesn't. And it's okay to let go of things. Like, things don't define who we are. We do. And if something is keeping us tethered to the past, it's not helping us grow. Therefore, it's not as valuable anymore. You think, oh, it's so many memories, I spent so much money. It's not about that. Something is only a value to you if it's a value to you. You see what I'm saying? Because if you spent $5,000 on something that makes you feel crappy, that's negative value, So it's okay to let things go. It's okay to let things flow. It's okay to have emptiness, and that's so scary. It's so scary to have emptiness because you're like, oh, what if things don't come to me? But actually, letting things go is a manifestation technique. It allows you to tell yourself that things are going to come into my life. I trust that more will come. I've recently changed my mental state with my family because we're always like, oh, don't eat my chips because they're my chips, But I'm just like, let anybody eat the chips because we're gonna buy more. It's okay. And that's something that people who have a lot of trauma stored, they don't believe that they're gonna move with things, they don't believe more is going to come to them. But in order to attract more, you need to make space for more. So emptiness is scary, and scary does not mean it's bad. And scariness is okay. Sometimes it means you're doing a good thing. Anyways, so after you do your clothes, you just sort your clothes, you put things in the laundry. That's already a huge mental toll taken off. I don't know, our mind like scatters when different categories are everywhere. Like if a whole table is full of books, that'll be much cleaner, you know, besides different things being everywhere. Okay, and then after your clothes, then you will do your books. Books is next. Books are a reflection of who you are, your mindset, what you think about. So feel free to say goodbye to the books that are not serving you anymore. That's okay. And you can do the same for clothes. If you want to do more in-depth, I'd recommend checking out Marie Kondo, because this is just how I personally do the process as someone who has undiagnosed ADHD. So you'll keep your books and then you'll put your books away. That's done. Books are not notebooks. They are not paper. That's something that's very hard for me to do, to get rid of, because I feel like, oh, this might be an idea, this might be this, blah, 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 blah. But sometimes cleanliness will give you the spark to create, you know? Like if I had a white canvas, I feel much more compelled to draw than if I had everything all over the place. Okay. Next, after that is paper, and I always get through halfway through this and then tackle it later on. Not a very good habit. I'm gonna try to better, but paper, I just have a very deep connection with what I write, with paper, with things that are on paper. This includes notebooks, papers. So I'm not the best recommender of that, to be honest. But yeah, sort what you don't want. Sort what you know you don't want, and then put that in a box. And you can put it somewhere and get ready to give it away. I actually plan to give it away. Remember, like write a date or something. Yeah. Okay. And don't forget about it. It's easy to forget about it when things feel like, oh, it's not so bad. You know, life's going on. Just get it done. It feels so difficult, but the goal is to get rid of stuff as much as you can. If you're getting rid of something and you're like, I feel bad to give it away, that is the goal. You want to give away your stuff, okay? Next, after that, is kimono. Kimono is a very general thing. Kimono is Japanese for miscellaneous items. So that's like beauty, whatnot, la 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 la. I generally find that things start getting sorted into categories, and I go with the flow. I'm like, okay, when I'm lying next to my bed, what do? I drink water, I read, I like to write in my diary. So I'm not gonna keep my diary all the way at the desk over there. I'm not gonna keep, I'm gonna allow my books to be there. Like, I'm not gonna put my books all the way over there when I'm being clean, because you need to have a system that works for you. If you notice you keep putting pencils in a certain place, put a pencil holder there. If you notice that you need large space to get ready, then you'll put your makeup there. Hello? Anyways. Oh, another thing is try to get an air filter. I don't know what it's called, air purifier, because you don't want your house to be too dusty. You want it to be healthy. Healthiness is the best. If you can afford a better mattress, it's one of the most important things. Right now, I'm on my old mattress. I really want to get a new mattress, so I'm going to try save up for a mattress. Yeah. Okay, so you've got so many things, you don't know where to start. Write down a list of general categories that you know. So for me, what I did, I wrote bags, paint stuff, because I've recently painted my room. There's a lot of like handyman things. So I wrote paint stuff, or bags, then I did beauty, then I did hair, then I did soft things, so like soft toys, whatnot. It's okay to give things away. Don't just keep it because you've kept it for so long. You're not losing you. You're not defined by your physical objects. Make space for the new version of you as well. Don't be tethered too much to the past. I know it's hard, and you can definitely keep sentimental items, but don't force yourself to be tethered to the past, because how are you going to grow them? Yeah, okay. Then that's generally, if it's, you don't have to do anything perfect as long as you just get it done, you know? If you start getting into the perfection details, go ahead, you know? It can be fun. It can be fun. If your dopamine tells you, yeah, I feel like scrubbing the floors really with so much vigor and making them super shiny, like I did to my sink. My process is really random, you know? It's so fun cleaning, especially if you have ADHD. Oh, now I see it. I don't think, I'm not the compulsive type of ADHD. I'm more the attention deficit aspect of ADHD. Yeah, so after you've scrubbed whatever, where was I? Just keep putting things in piles, okay? What else is said by somebody who wrote some book about happiness? I forgot what it is. I'm sorry, I wish I could give you credit right now. He's an illustrator. He said, if you don't have money, buy a broom. And I forgot what his principle was. It's like, treat yourself better. You're like, oh, I can't clean, I'm too broke. Buy a broom. Buy a broom, it'll make your life better. It'll make your life better. These little details, they matter because you see them every day. Little details are basically another word for things I notice, things I know exist. Little details, things other people don't see. So if your thing looks dusty, you're like, oh, I don't really need to sort that out. Just buy a broom, brush it out. If you want to make difference in your room, paint things. Walls are not the only thing you can paint. Look, I painted my door the same color as the walls. Walls are not the only thing you can paint. You can get metal paint, you can get wood paint. Do all of that jazz, okay? It's fun. You need to remind yourself of who you are. Don't forget that the environment is so important. The environment you live in is so important. It'll depict your happiness more than you know. There was a guy, he did a study about a tree in the distance. And he saw it every single day, and then he decided that he wanted to do a test on people with kidney failure or something like that. And people who had beautiful views, they healed faster. You understand? Yeah, so, like, you see my beauty corner? It's my beauty little thing. I was getting this, I was like, this goes into the beauty category. Pump it there. This goes into this, pump it there. This goes into this, pump it there, blah, 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 blah. You don't have to sort it yet. You can get to the fine details later. You can get to the cleaning. You don't have to dust something before you put it back. You can put everything, rearrange it, and then go into the finer details. Don't make like 1 square meter perfect while the rest of your house looks like a mess. Just overall, bring everyone together, okay? Another thing is, you see my chair and my little thing, they're having a conversation. They're on a date. Let your things interact. That brings harmony and plants. I'm so sorry if you don't have a green thumb. Plants. My room is still in the process of getting organized. As you can see, unfinished papers, but it was insane before this. Like, you forget how good your room can look when it's clean. You forgot that. So don't forget it. It will immediately boost your mood. Yeah. And right after miscellaneous items is one of the worst categories, sentimental items. So I don't force myself to go through something that's too heavy to go through right now. I put it into a little pile of, this is too heavy to go through right now. It's sentimental, I'm gonna put it over here. Like, for example, I have a trinket pile, and I don't wanna go through my trinkets because trinkets are beautiful, but sometimes they're associated with memories that don't make me feel good. So even if it's just you, even if it's from someone who loves you so much, they care about you, if you have a negative association, that's entering your space, that's entering your life. You don't want that. That'll manifest into your life, and you're actually stopping yourself from giving them more blessings. Like, if you care about them, because you're not even letting yourself feel your own blessings. How can you fill someone else's cup if you haven't filled yours? So don't feel bad to move on from stuff. Okay? You can fine tune later. General first. General. Like, you see everyone who does the paintings. They go over with their little blue sketch. Sometimes they do a brown wash and then they go over a little blue sketch and then they start filling it in bit by bit. It looks terrible first, and then you go into the smaller details. That's how you need to clean your house or room or anything. Instead of just doing one eye and then doing a tooth. A tooth. Thank you so much for watching. That's all for my video. I wish all of you guys the best with cleaning. I know it can be really difficult, but like, I'm procrastinating a lot of things. I have a lot of stuff to do that's really stressful. But in order to get to that point, I want to clean first. I need to be in the clean headspace, to trust myself, to be okay. Okay? Just remember where you spend all of your time. You want to keep that space clean, what you look at. Right now, I need to scrub my shower because I spend a lot of time thinking there, and I have some residue paint that I washed from washing my walls, and I need to scrub that because you need to remind yourself that you take care of you, and every single day, that's your environment is a reminder. Okay, so wishing you all the best. I know it can be really difficult. You got this. I hope this was inspirational because anybody can do it. My room was insane before. Insane. I'm telling you. So, yeah. I'll catch you in the next one. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And leave a comment if you have any questions, anything. Okay, bye.